Hey YouTube, I know I've been neglecting you guys. It's been about a month plus since my last post or my last video of any sort. So today I decided to show my current Gravekeeper build. About the last week I can play it before Dark Worlds come out without changing it completely. So here's what I've been currently using, and I won at my locals the last two times I went. First one was for Legendary Collection 2, so I won that. And then the second time was for a tin for first and second place, because I had to leave early, but I was 3-0. So, um, here's what I've been playing. I just actually had one newest edition, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. But in the meantime, here's the deck that, for as long as you guys can still play it before Dark Worlds become the meta. Alright. 3 Commandant, Searcher for Necro, 3 Spy, 3 Recruiter. I've kept it at 3 Recruiter since Nationals. 2 Descendant. I don't know why. I've been drawing Descendant when I didn't want to. At 3, it actually became a lot of a dead draw. I used to laugh at people like, why? How can you only play 2 Descendants? Like, you need more destruction power. But truth be told, you still don't want that high of a monster count in here. You don't want to be forced to top deck a monster. I'd rather draw Stell and get back one of my Descendants that's already in the graveyard as opposed to searching out for a Descendant with Recruiter on half the time. So 2 Descendant has actually been working really well. So, I mean, still your 2K beater, but I would play 2 now. 1 Assailant. Keeping steady at that. I really still like him. I think he's helpful if you want to play him against Dark World, because he gets over most of everything else with Necro Rally on the field except for Grapha by switching into defense mode. So 1 Assailant. That's it for the actual Gravekeeper portion of the deck. 2 Malefic Stardusts. It was just imperative with Heavy Storm out. You need to have this card. It's really good, and especially for next, well, not even format, next meta with Dark Worlds. It's really good in combination with Special Summon this, Tribute End of Anubis, and Lockout Dark Worlds. That's what my next deck. I already have it built on DN. So if you guys don't know what Dueling Network is, check it out, duelingnetwork.com. You can pretty much build any deck you want on there, play test it, traditional text too, but honestly, it's a good site. I just haven't gone on anymore. What I use it for now is just basically build my deck how I want to see it, see what my options are, and occasionally I'll play on it to test the deck. But I use it basically just as a reference so that I have a deck list written down without actually having to write it down in person. So it's a really good place to save it out. So duelingnetwork.com. 2 Malefic Stardusts. It's just really, really good, and it's also a 2500 beater that protects Necro Valley. So it's just another problem for them. I was playing 2 Veilers, but now with my latest edition, ever since I won my tin, which, by the way, I packed a Max C and a Trish. Go plus. So I'm playing 1 Veiler in the main and 1 in the side now to make room for the Max C. Max C is just really good. I might take out the Veiler when Dark Worlds come out for a second Max C if I can find it, or I might just drop it to the side deck altogether and just play the 2 End of Anubis with the 1 Max C. End of Anubis will lock out Dark World so hard. If you can get him off, it's epic. It'll stop your Stell, it'll stop your Recruiter, but in the end of it all, you will not be run over by their guys, except for Grapha if they somehow get him out with End of Anubis on the field. Because he's a fiend, so he gets the boost from Gate as well. Anyway, so Maxi. But I'll have a video later with the other deck. That's it for the monster lineup. I think that was 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 16 monsters. It's exactly 40. I actually trimmed it down to 40, so a little pat on my back for that one. Spells. 3 Necro still. Need it, especially with Heavy Storm and triple MST format. You still can play this deck. Still locks out the plant meta currently. And a lot of the other decks. So, 3 Necro. 3 Duality still. Even with having the Malefic Dust, you still need the Duality because first turn Royal Tribute is still really good. Again, it's not that broken, but a lot of the meta right now is playing a heavy monster count deck. So, 3 Dualities. Still speeds up the deck. 2 Tribs as of right now. In my next build, I have still maining 2 of these. I might drop it to 1, but the point would be to go Commandant, Necro Valley, play Necro, Special Malefic, Tribute, normal End of Anubis, set Royal Tribute, and none of their effects go off for Dark World. But moving onward, 2 Royal Tribute for right now. 2 Stealth still. 2 Wonder Wands. Awesome fucking card. Awesome. Recruiter is an instant +3 on that. Split Spy, Special Recruiter, equip Recruiter with Wand. Send it off, and this thing forces out MSTs. It's ridiculous. You waste an MST on a Wonder Wand just so they can stop a search that you're going to get anyway. It is awesome. So you send it off to the graveyard, you draw 2 cards first, and then you search. So good. Allure, only because I'm playing the Malefic Dusts. They become an extra target. Speeds up Royal Tribute. So yeah, Allure, I still don't like it, but with the Malefic Dusts, I'm willing to play it. Dark Hole. That's it for the spells. For the traps. This format's still like spell trap heavy. A lot of MSTs and Heavy Storm. So if you don't have that Starlight Road, I play 3 Dark Bribes now again. I went from 2 to 3. 3 is just so good. I finally got my playset of Ultras, but this one's a little damaged. So if anyone has a mint one, they don't mind trading off to me. I'll like cover the difference. 3 Dark Bribes, still really good. You can tech Magic Drains. I dropped the idea because it's only really good against heroes when they go Gem Spark. But it's still a really good card. But I would prefer to just negate the card altogether than have them have a chance of getting rid of it. So 3 of those. 2 warnings. It's still a really, really good card. It should still be played. I don't care if there's MSTs, if there's Heavy Storm. We have Starlight Road for that. So 2 warnings is still a mandatory if you're going to play this deck. Or bottomlesses if you're on a budget. But these are coming super soon, so you can buy a regular one for like 20 bucks now. Solemn Judgment, just a necessity. Mirror Force, necessity. Torrential, necessity. 1 Deep Prison. A lot of people give me hell for this because they're like, oh, you need more Deep Prisons, blah, blah, blah. It's not a chainable trap, and I don't know. I'm still not too fond of Deep Prison, but the 1 Deep Prison comes in handy, especially against Raya. Sneaky little bastard. Anyway, Deep Prison helps a lot, especially against Shining. So when you get that hero matchup, keep this in. But yeah, so 1 Deep Prison, and then the final Starlight Road. Yeah, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Torrential, Mirror Force. People are still playing all that crap, so don't think they aren't. It's worth it, especially in a deck that plays massive back row. This is worth it. That's the main deck. The extra deck. 3 Stardusts, 2 for Malefic, and 1 for Starlight Road. 1 Grenosaurus, just in case that play comes along, especially if you get a mirror match. Grenosaurus is awesome. He's 2,000, they can't really get over him, and then you burn them. 1 Leviair, yes, this is really good, and you should play it in the deck if you can afford it. Especially in side deck. When you side in DD Warrior Ladies and you're facing like a TG deck, this happened to me. This is how I won my LC too. He chained Torrential on Leviair. I was like, priority, ditch, get back a DD Warrior Lady because he was playing TGs. So I pulled that back on. I had nothing left to search in my deck for. So I was like, you know what? Let me go with my 2 recruiters, make Leviair, and get my DD Warrior Lady back. He chained to this. I had priority, so DD Warrior Lady comes on after this is gone. So now I have to make sure he doesn't get his searches with DD Warrior Lady. And that won me the tournament. So Leviair is really good, and you should use it if you can afford it. Leviathan, also really good. Instant 25 beater. Again, if you're running out of searches and you just need a beater, Leviathan is awesome. One Zenmeister. He's actually really good. He has awesome synergy for this deck. You just Xyz with 2 level 4s. You have a Commandant you can't use, or Descendant where they have nothing to really pop, and you just want to make sure you get something else on the field. Xyz, put a Spy over, flip that Spy back down after you detach, and then at the end phase he'll automatically flip up to face-up attack, and then you'll get another Gravekeeper on the field. It's just a really good loop. So Zenmeister's really good, especially since I don't like book. One Roach, you should just play it. It's still really good. It'll rape Dark Worlds in terms of special summoning their Xyz monsters. Not Xyz. No, it won't rape Dark Worlds. Agents, that's what I'm thinking of. Agents. No Christia, no nothing. Just shuts them down so hard. So, Roach. 2 Utopias. I need another one, so please, I'm looking out for them. 2 Utopias is just really good. And then for the Synchros, because you do play Veilers, so the times do come up. 1 Cataster, 1 Rose, just staples. 1 Arcanite, 1 Scrap Dragon, and a Mistworm. I still play the Mistworm over Trish in this deck. I will repeat that over and over again. You only get 2 effects with Trish with Necro Valley on the field. Mistworm you will always get. And honestly, for GKs, bounce everything, hit him for 25, you're doing good. Anyway, that's the extra deck. And finally, I have the side deck. Currently, it's 2 bottomless. That's it for the traps. I don't really know what I want to do. I don't want to play Leeching the Lights anymore because Dark World's going to become the meta. So I figure I'm probably going to add another Forbidden Chalice and a 3rd MST or a 3rd DD Warrior Lady. That's just me. But yeah, so 2 Leeching the Light as of right now because like agents are still part of the meta. 2 Forbidden Chalice. This is really, really good card. Oh my god. I started playing this as a random tech, and I'm like, let me try it out. I love this card so much. Negates Ryo in the battle phase, so they can't really go back when you go Veiler. So you want to search. You can do this to the battle phase. You'll get your search, or you can do it on your turn. Activate. All right, drop Commandant. Play this. Summon. Attack over the Ryo. It's just so good. Chalice is really good. That's why I'm also debating putting in that 3rd one. So Forbidden Chalices, I would look for these. 2 MSTs. Might play the 3rd one because the meta is changing, and Dark World do have that other field spell. But again, I may not keep this deck because I do have a hero deck built that I will be making another video of right after this. So 2 MST because you still need the destruction power in case you run into decks that play a lot of back row. 2 Snowman Eater. I've been trying this guy out. He is lovely. Ryo is a huge problem for the deck. So, set. They side in Ryo, you side in Snowman Eater. You'll stay here at 1900 defense, and you'll pop the Ryo. He's just so awesome. And no one expects this guy to get sided in Gravekeepers. So, Snowman Eater is really good. Awesome tech, and he's also bait for a level 3 Xyz, or a rank 3 Xyz. So keep that in mind. 2 DD Warrior Ladies, another awesome tech for Gravekeepers. No one sees this shit coming. They're gonna think it's a spy, and if they're stupid enough to still play knock, oh, look what you hit. Nothing. Granted, they'll see that you have a DD Warrior Lady, and they'll be like, what the fuck? But worth it. So 2 DD Warrior Lady gets rid of pesky problems. 2nd Veiler, and 2 Dyna. He's just still really good, and he's coming in the new tin. So jump on those guys. These are going to be really good still. The meta is all special summoning, especially without Royal Oppression. Anyway, that's the current deck for as long as it lasts, which is about another week. Comment, rate, subscribe. Gravekeeper out.